I am trying to wipe off my lens because Ellie says sometimes she edits and it looks like I have bacon grease on my phone. I eat a lot of bacon because I gave up sugar 6 years ago. Easter is coming, and so what does someone like me give at Easter instead of candy? I don't eat sugar, so I don't feel good giving sugar to other people either. To me, it's poison. I decided that we are going to go to the thrift store, go to Anthropologie, get some inspiration, and I'm gonna upcycle some vases that were on clearance that nobody wanted. They're gonna be handcrafted, gorgeous, and I'm gonna put fresh flowers in them, and they're gonna be a totally amazing gift. Way better than chocolate or hard-boiled eggs. Just saying.
Happy Monday. I just got to Debi's house and today we just launched the 5 new cottage colors. So we are super excited about that. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. We are starting our week early because I'm going to Arizona. So I don't know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go thrift shopping and do something fun.
We're gonna go to the thrift store and find 3 vessels, and then we are going to make them over inspired by Anthropologie and maybe some home goods. But I want to show you how you can take something that's totally not good, outdated, and you can give it a complete makeover with some paint and some salvation solution. The first place we went to is Anthropologie because it's pretty. I try not to spend any money in there, but it gets me pumped up to go into the thrift stores and see the possibilities. Sometimes I go into a thrift store and I'm like, get me out of here. Everything seems sad, dingy, and hopeless. But when you go to a place first, like Anthropologie, then you start to get inspired and the wheels can start turning. I really love the drinkware and the beautiful floral candles at Anthropologie. I left there with huge success because I did not spend any money, but I was totally ready to DIY. It does kind of seem like there's bacon grease on my phone though, but I think it's just the lighting. I'm at my sister's house because I am pet sitting this little cutie right here. Our next stop was Home Goods because sometimes you can find thrift store prices in their clearance aisle. I found this cute vase for just $8. I already knew what I was going to do with it because I had made a mental note at Anthropologie.
I don't know where she came from, kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do.
Next, it was finally time to go into the thrift store. There were several options there, and I found 2 affordable vases.
Smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love.
These are the vases that we got at the thrift store and at Home Goods. I have really high hopes for these. After the last couple projects that were kind of lackluster, I have some great inspiration photos that Ellie is going to cut in, and I'm thinking that these are going to be great. This one was $6. This one was on clearance for $8. This one I paid more than I wanted to at $14. However, the shape is very cool and I just think it's going to be amazing. These pretty images are from my Pinterest board called Photo Staging and Inspiration. If you need some inspo, I have put the link below. I use Pinterest all the time to get inspired. This is the first thing that needs to happen. It's great for slick surfaces. It is our salvation solution. It is super strong. It will stop bleed through. I love the packaging. It says redemption for rebel furniture. A primer that redeems sinful furniture to its original purity by banishing stains, bleed through, and wood tannins for a fresh angelic start. There's no bleed through on these, but they're slick, and I want to do some detailed painting on these, so that is why Jamie Ray recommends this. It comes in clear and white. I'm going to use the clear, and I'm going to give them all a really good coat. If you're going to use a good brush with the Salvation solution, because it is very sticky, you want to rinse your brush out immediately or have a cup to keep it soaking in water but not above this level so you don't compromise the brush. Our Salvation solution is extremely powerful. It's not that thick, but it is very, very strong. Bobby, did you notice my vases when you got here?
Yeah, you got lots of them.
What do you think of them?
They're really great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Lots of comments about you on YouTube.
Why?
When you said you weren't worthy of the subscription box.
Well, ask your people.
No, people are happy. We got a whole bunch more orders and they were glad that you saved one for them.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But you had that really good idea, remember, about the subscription box?
Yeah.
What was it? You want to explain it again?
We're going to do a shout out to one person that has a box in my car when we go deliver them.
So the next time we load them up, you're going to pick one?
I'll pick one and your dad can pick one.
And then maybe you'll sign the bottom of the box. Because they think you're cute. You could like sign it and...
Put my phone number.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
I decided to paint the pink vase inspired by the blue vase in my inspiration photo. I mixed together Walk on Water with Apothecary to get a very cool minty shade. I applied it to the vase after the Salvation solution had dried completely. This next vase was inspired by this beautiful red and pink dress I saw at Anthropologie and their gorgeous floral candles. I had a little bit of flirtatious left over in my container, so I mixed in some white swan to get a warm pink color for the base of my vase. I had seen this green vase with the molded flowers at HomeGoods, and I think it was my favorite out of all of them. I knew I could recreate a similar look, and I wanted to try using a yellow background with purple flowers like my inspiration photo. I mixed some white swan in with liquid sunshine to get the perfect lemon yellow. My 3 vases are painted. Ellie's probably going to insert my inspo photo because if they come out anything like the inspo photo, I will be super excited. But I do want to do some molds on the yellow one, purple flowers, and then probably on the pink because the pink already has some texture, so we're going to go with that. I got my cornstarch and we are ready to roll. I'm using the blossoms mold, the wild berries mold, and the air dry clay. I dust the molds with cornstarch, press in the clay. I immediately take the clay out and glue it to my surface before the clay dries. I like to use Aleene's tacky glue. I just got back, or I'm leaving my shop. I had to drop some stuff off and I was supposed to film and I forgot. So now you're getting a cloudy day along Coast Highway 101 by the beach, and it's pretty. I don't know if it's as exciting as what's going on at my shop right now, but Jenny was there and she is packing more subscription boxes. Going home, and on the way is a thrift store I haven't been to in a long time, so I am going to stop there.
I look into your eyes, I see we're out of time. I guess no one's to blame, nobody crossed the line. I guess we couldn't see, somehow we couldn't feel.
I got one thing from there. By the way, this is the best donuts if you eat donuts. I don't anymore unless they make keto, which I doubt. I got this. that's it. I need to head back to my house now and start working. My house is being cleaned. I don't have a housekeeper, but I have a lady who comes once every 3 months, and it's a luxury, so she's cleaning right now. I'm gonna go back there and pay her and then get to work. Okay, I'm going from my inspiration photo, so I'm gonna use Blood Moon on the molds. They have been drying for 24 hours. I'm going to start with a dark coat. I'm going to use tiny brushes to get down into the details, and if I get any purple on the yellow, I can touch it up later. Then I'm going to dry brush lighter purple over the top and maybe add some electrified to the leaves. So let's get started. Also using water to help the paint get into all the details. I'm excited. I think this is going to be fun. The key to the molds is just getting the dark color down first and then layering lighter colors over the top. I already got some purple right there, no biggie. Can touch it up.
Maybe we got too high. Yeah, I do remember tears and the laughter. How could we fall so fast and let us go? It's time to surrender. Now that it's ended, nothing to say, 'cause guess we've said it all. Now why do we care to dream? Guess we wanna believe that it's not too late. And why do we care to dream? We gotta believe it is not too
All right, we are on our way to Arizona. Actually, we are in Arizona now, so we'll be here for a couple of days, but I hope you are enjoying the video so far, and if you don't, I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far, and if you would like to purchase any of the products used in this video, make sure to head over to DIYAgogo.com. We have all the molds, the clay, the new cottage colors, the paint, everything you need to recreate this look that Debbie's doing. So let's get back to the video.
Did what we could, my friend, but now we're at the end.
I used walk-on water to recreate the hand-painted look of my inspiration photo. I took 2 coats, and it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I think sometimes I talk myself out of something just because I've never done it before.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make any difference? Would it change for the better if I wrote you a poem?
These are done. I am loving the way they're looking. I need to put a coat of wax on the outside to deepen the color. DIY paint dries down really matte and then it darkens up again with a top coat. When you first apply the wax, it can look blotchy and severe because it's all natural. Let it dry for 24 hours and then buff it with a soft cloth.
And suddenly you told me, baby, you're lost, but I am too. Whatever the cost, we'll make it through. Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to?
I was thinking about the story about your cat. How many socks did you put on your arm?
Well, like 5 or 6.
I was thinking we could have a podcast and you could tell all
Look,
your
it's-
funny stories.
Yeah. Look.
How do you get 5 socks on your arm?
You just put them on your arm, one over the other.
Bobby,
That's what
you
do.
need to tell people that story. I fell asleep last night thinking about it. It's hilarious.
It's a long story.
It's good.
I was teaching my cat to fend for himself in the hard world of being an alley cat.
Yeah. Look at what's in here. This is dinner. Brought me dinner.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Thanks, Bobby.
They're glue.
He also fixed my frame. Bobby is the one who taught me how to tell stories because he has so many very entertaining stories. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in a podcast from Bobby and I. I let the wax sit on my vases for 24 hours. Now I'm taking a soft cloth and I am buffing the wax. This is the magical part. Don't forget this part because it gets all buttery and shiny and really pretty.
Take a train ride just to see you. Ride for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you. 'Cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from being alone.
To find DIY paint in your area, or to sell it in your store, or to find all the products we used in this video, click the link below. What are you doing, Levi? Dad, you got dog hair all over your shirt.
Well, I got a dog. You gonna bring it back?
No.
What do you mean no?